Hello, today we're going to go over how to merge two separate pieces of geometry. In this case, if you had a character, this would work. So if you had two halves of a character, and we're just going to use a very simple cube right now. So I have my cube, and there's several ways to do this. You can use the mirror function, but I find that sometimes it doesn't work. So we are going to go old school, and we're going to go to Edit, Duplicate Special. Let me reset my setting. You want to make sure you are duplicating a copy, not an instance, because that will be a big problem. And we are going to scale it -1. And what that's going to do is that's going to make a duplicate and flip it. And we want the number of copies to be 1. And there we go. So now we have two halves. Now they are not attached. Obviously, if I select one, I can move it just like that. Right? Okay, so let's show the geometry right now. So I'm going to select both of these and go to Edit Mesh, or am I going to go to Mesh? Yeah, I'm going to go to Mesh Combine. So they are combined, but the vertices are not. So if I went to vertices and selected them, we see that we can move them, and that is a problem. We don't want to do that. So what we are going to be doing is we're going to be selecting these vertices. Now, another thing that's really helpful is to have a poly count of how many vertices you have selected. So if you go to Display, Heads Up Display, there is an option called Polycount. I'm going to turn that on. And if I select these, you will see under vertices that I have 8 vertices selected, and really I only want to have 4. So that is a very helpful function. So we are going to go to Edit Mesh, and then there is a merge function. I'm going to go to the options box. Now this is the default. So the threshold is how much, is how wide of an area Maya is going to use in order to merge vertices. So if I had a threshold of 1, that would be way too high. And what it might do is, actually, let's do 5. Let's do something extreme. All right, so that's what it does. As you can see, it merges everything into one vertice. So if you have a lot of vertices that are close together, you don't want a high threshold. So the default is 0.01. Sometimes I make it 0.001. Sometimes I make it 0.05. But right now what we're going to do is we're going to undo a couple times, which is Z. We're going to try to. Might not let me. It didn't let me, but everything is merged, and it is merged properly. So what I wanted to show you was that this changed, and it did. It says vertices are 4 up here, and that's what we want. So if we select this, we can see that it's all combined. The important thing is that you combine your model first, and then you merge the vertices. And that's how you make two separate pieces of geometry one. All right, till next time. Bye.